Brought to you by our friends at Brown's Diner. I don't know if you guys ever been to Brown's Diner.
Brown's Diner?
This place is great.
I lived right up the street for
boom.
years.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Since 1927.
It's one of the original meet and threes.
And it was one of the original streetcars from that neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I think
Brown's Diner had no idea they were getting this deep dive.
They did not.
And
They did not.
do you know who it's named after? And it's named after this guy that's got a really famous name.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
Come
yes.
on.
But it was the
Did I just get that
1927
right?
Charlie Brown. Of course you did, Kevin.
Cotton Candy Charlie Brown?
I got Kevin Griffin from Better Than Ezra, Emerson Hart from Tonic, and it's going to be the three of them. We're going to have Ezra, Ray, Hart. They're bringing their buddy Mark McGrath with them out to Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville, November 25th, 8 o'clock, 18 and over show, doing the 90s hits and Christmas riffs. The super group is going to bring it to you right in our backyard. The tour kicks off in 3 weeks.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's a 24-date nationwide tour.
I
We're
like
bringing
this.
the 90s rock and Christmas songs, the cool Christmas songs.
Okay.
Only
okay.
the cool ones.
Only
Okay.
the cool ones
That's good.
to
That's-
America, because America demanded
That's
it.
what we do. We do the cool
America
Christmas songs
demanded
here.
You are the cool of Nashville.
Okay. I
Consistently.
like this. I like
Lieutenant
this.
Dan, you know it
All
doesn't
right.
get any cooler than
Hey,
that.
It does.
making
You're
me
a
turn red
bulwark
here. Oh my gosh.
cool.
Can't believe it. Kevin and Emerson. Emerson, you said you lived here for 25 years. I think that's longer than Kevin, who I feel is probably around
That's
20.
older than I am.
I mean, yeah, 25 years.
I'm
And
24.
boy, have we seen this city change.
Oh, boy.
Have we seen this
But
city
you know
change.
what hasn't changed? Brown's Diner.
That's
Okay, there we go.
right.
Back to
Let's
it.
bring it all the way around with a new patio, by the way, which
Oh.
looks awesome out there.
yes.
Really?
it
Yeah, we got a
actually,
new patio,
it actually has changed. Yeah, the patio's new. They just paid the parking lot. So
I moved here in 2010, and I've seen a ton of change. So you've got me beat.
No, whatever, man.
Yeah, you
It's
got
not a
me. No,
competition,
it is a
Kevin.
competition. You
It's
make
not a
everything
competition.
competition. You
It's
win.
not. It's not.
Mike, is it a competition when the three of you guys are sitting there picking out what songs you're going to do?
Oh,
we
I
have
can't get a word in with those two. Between Mark McGrath and
it's
Kevin
much-
Griffin.
As you can see, it's crazy. You know, Mark and Emerson and I, we're all the front men of our respective bands. You know, Sugar Ray, Tonic, and Better Than Ezra, and so we're used to kind of being the front guy and keeping the momentum going and all the banter. But Mark McGrath is a force of nature. So you just got to try to get a word in edgewise, and it's really cool because we get to be sidemen, and we're always the front guy. So we each sing like 4 songs from our own bands. And so the other songs, I get to play these amazing Tonic songs and amazing Sugar Ray riffs.
that's kind of fun.
That Rodney wrote. I mean, those acoustic guitar, those Sugar Ray songs are
so great.
iconic. If you're a guitarist, you know what I mean, because they're just deceptively intricate and just so well. The arrangements are just nuts.
I saw you get to do it just a month or two ago at Pilgrimage Fest when you guys did a Tonic song.
That's right. That's
that was
right.
amazing.
That was cool.
fun. Thanks for having me up, buddy. That was
Dude,
good. It was fun.
Selfishly, I just love hearing you sing. It's nuts.
Thanks, pal.
And you had another Kevin Martin,
Kevin Martin, man, it
made
was
his debut at Pilgrimage.
It was a 90s palooza. Kevin Martin from Candlebox. Do you know that song Far Behind was so massive? And when I told people, on the DL, like, hey, so we got Emerson from Tonic and Kevin from Candlebox, they were blown away. And so many people I didn't realize were massive Candlebox fans that I know they're like, we met our first date. He put in a cassette of Candlebox, and nobody knew who Candlebox was. I knew that. This is my buddy Tom.
You can see how many fans there are when people all pull out their phones.
Oh, it was crazy.
Everyone's got,
It's
got the
true.
video going.
It was crazy, and again, getting to learn those songs. That boom, I think of Eastbound and Down. The Danny McBride series when he comes to the funeral to give his last respects, and he's got Candlebox on the jam box.
So good.
It's
man.
so
What a great
amazing.
scene that is.
It's the
Such
best
a great
scene.
scene.
Well, we've got Kevin Griffin and Emerson Hart here from Better Than Ezra and Tonic. They left Mark McGrath out in the car. He's keeping the parking space.
Ice has Mark.
Yeah,
Ice is in Somalia.
Oh, no.
But we're working with diplomatic channels to get him back.
Trying to get him back.
You never know when Kevin's kidding there. But we're not kidding that you get to see all these guys together out of Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville. Beautiful venue here in Music City. We've seen a couple new venues show up over the years. Brooklyn Bowl is one of them.
We sure
And
have.
They did it right. They really did a great job.
It's a
out
great
there.
room. We're gonna absolutely have all of the fun. If you want to get on the nostalgia train, you are gonna full first class ticket.
You know, what we do is we do our own hits, then we do selective covers of other '90s bands, and we're going to throw in a few key Christmas jams. But what's really fun about the show at Brooklyn Bowl is I've already got friends, like, they're doing their office Christmas party there. Like, one buddy, he's booked all 6 lanes of the bowling alley.
Oh, he's taking the bowling lanes.
He's taking the bowling lanes, and then they're coming to the show. So, you know, get your tickets now. It's super festive. We have raided Costco for every bad taste inflatable Christmas item.
I know. We kept them in business.
Like, we really have gone. We've had to do, like, doing the pre-production with all the different menus. We're like, how high are your ceilings? Because we have 50-foot inflatable reindeer.
It's like a Christmas gore show.
It is. It is
Christmas
It's
gore.
Yes,
it's
okay.
war, but
There won't be
Christmas.
anything leaving the stage. Not like any liquids. or anything.
Trimenstrual Hyman she is going to make
exactly.
a guest appearance. That was really her name.
Yeah, I know it is.
We actually, Better Than Ezra, played a show the night after Gore had played there, and
that's
they
a
hadn't
bad
cleaned the
stage.
stage,
Ooh.
and it was all sticky because they used Cairo syrup.
Yeah.
For their blood, that's how you make, you know, real looking fake blood, is you put the coloring into like syrup so it looks viscous.
There will be no blood at the
There shall
Ezra
be
Hart.
no blood, only sweat and tears.
And stocking stuffers.
So I want to play some of your songs here today. You know,
let's just keep talking.
I mean, it's entertaining, but the songs are good, and we got to hear. It's just kind of fun, you know. I mean, these songs have just become part of our culture. You know, we've seen them in movies, and they're just part of us. I mean, and what do you remember about writing "Open Up Your Eyes"? Like what?
I was living in LA at the time in a tiny little cabin in Laurel Canyon that I fixed up
What
right next
street?
to Joni Mitchell's house on Lookout
Mountain.
Yeah.
My studio up there might have
You
been
were
there.
right across the
I was
street when
right
I bought a house. Your studio was right across
That's
the
right.
street.
Guys been friends for a minute.
We
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, but so we did, I wrote it in that little tiny house. That's really the most I remember about it. It's just being there and getting rid of some bad party habits and writing it up your eyes.
And check this out. One thing I love about Emerson's music is that it's just the really well written guitar parts and strategic use of a drop D tuning. Without further ado, kick it.
It's Tonic. Open Up Your Eyes on Lightning 100. And Ezra, a lifetime.
Amazing. Can you feel it?
It was a lifetime ago that you put that one out.
It tastes. When I hear that song, I get a taste of spearmint.
Just a slight bit of, just a little bit of
Fennel.
sadness.
Sadness, little sadness, little fennel
sadness,
seed.
little fennel.
Little
Well,
fennel
you know,
seed.
it kind of fits the weather vibe. There's kind of a
does.
little bit of sadness.
It's a gray day in Nashville
in the air,
today.
but this feels right rolling into Halloween. Like, you know, you don't want to have bright sunny skies on.
You know what's coming is the end of daylight savings time.
It is true. That's
this
actually
w- is
it's
it
this
next-
Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yeah, fall behind, fall back.
It's when.
So we get 2 hours in a row. So if you were still a wild young whippersnapper, your 2 a.m. could last twice as long out.
That was the best. Hey, let's keep going. Woo!
Yeah. So you get.
It's early dark time.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's a little rehearsal for the guys. Yeah, they're working out the set list here. We're
love
going to
it.
have them out of Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville, and they'll have a couple dates on the road. So you know they're going to be nice and warmed
We're
up
going to
for
be
this.
well oiled and lubricated for Nashville.
Where do we start? Pittsburgh, right?
we started
the first night.
Pittsburgh. Then like Ohio, the Rust Belt. I think we had.
Ezra Ray Hart going to be at Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville, November 25th. Get tickets at EzraRayHart.com and the Brooklyn Bowl.
The fun thing is that it's that Tuesday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
those
it's
are
a good
always
week.
great nights.
It's a
to go
chill
out.
week.
They're always great nights.
Yes.
Everyone's like, man, you know, I'm not really working. I'm not going in early. That's for sure. And it's usually when all your friends come back in town who've left for college or work or whatever. So it'll be a great time at Brooklyn Bowl.
It
So
will.
You kind of hinted you guys had some roots way back in the day, but how did the three of you come together? What's the genesis on
We've
this?
known each other for a long time. We've done shows, and over the course of those years, you find out who you click with, you know, and who you don't. I mean, you know, like, you know, I don't. It's not like I formed this band with somebody from Third Eye Blind. You know what I mean? I click with Emerson.
How's it gonna be?
Yeah, we
click
like
with-
Steven, but no.
I clicked with Mark McGrath, and so we just always were, just saying. A lot of bands like, man, we should do like put a band together, and getting. Musicians, we're good at a lot of things. Following through on things isn't always our strong suit.
Not usually.
But for some reason, we're like, let's do something together. And then this guy was having this big party in Little Rock. And that was the first time we ever got together and did a show together. And we're like, this is really fun.
Oh, the guy
honestly,
had like a private and invited.
Oh yeah,
booked all
and
you guys.
honestly, the deal is, every band whether it's Paul McCartney or Tame Impala or Better Than Ezra Tonic, we all get asked to do private events, and those are the events that pay the bills.
Sure, yeah.
You do a birthday party, you do a corporate event, and we were noticing around 2012, 2015, whatever. We weren't getting the amount of privates we used to get, and we're like, who's getting them? And it was like One Republic and Jimmy Eat World and Train and stuff. We're like, okay, all right, we see how this is shaping up. How can we compete?
And we sure did.
Let's combine our forces, of rock. Mark McGrath, Emerson Hart, Kevin Griffin, Tonic, Better Than Ezra, Sugar Ray into an unstoppable 90s machine that nobody can compete with.
You've had a couple hits.
Yeah, it is 75 to 90 minutes of hits.
Yeah.
And it's also songs that maybe in our bands, like they were like, nah, we don't want to do this in our band. Like, playing other people's songs that we love from the 90s. And we're like, oh, we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're in.
It's the best because, man, I'm a fan of Emerson songs. I'm a fan of the Sugar Ray songs. And so we just get off and we have a blast doing it. And we always when we leave the show and we get back to the dressing room, we're always like, I love doing this.
It's so much fun.
Let's keep doing this. And so this is just kind of an evolution of that. First, kind of like it was an unabashed money grab at first, and then now it's like
now it's just fun.
Hey, this is fun. Let's keep doing it. Well, we're excited to do it, and we got to play some Sugar Ray.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's time to fly on Lightning 100. Thanks to Brown's Diner. Ordinary.
Ordinary. I want to be a little different.
Okay. All right. Yeah. How long ago did you write that one?
That one is from 2001.
Before I had gray hair.
Before I had gray hair.
You still have great hair.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's completely natural.
Amazing.
It's completely natural.
It's got a straight face telling me that too.
But what's fun about Extraordinary is we were fans of a couple of people. One's DJ Swamp, who to this day is still one of the highest ranked competitive freestyle DJs.
Wow.
And he was so sweet. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, and he scratched on our record. If you're a DJ Swamp fan, go listen to that. But also Mario Caldata from Beastie Boys fame did a lot of the programming on that song. And we just had a blast. We did that with Brad Wood, who produced a bunch of Smashing Pumpkins records, and Ethan Allen,
super talented guy.
Not the furniture maker in Patriot, but the producer in Silver Lake, California.
I love Ethan.
Ethan's the best.
Really
we met him when we were all recorded for the first time at Daniel Lanois' studio at Kingsway in New Orleans.
That's where I met him.
But when I hear that album, so many stories about recording that song and the album Closer. We mixed it out in Los Angeles. Oh my God, those were fun times.
Mm-hmm. When you were on stage at Pilgrimage Fest this year, you referenced how so many bands opened for Better Than Ezra on their way to fame.
Yeah, unless you're like Coldplay or Green Day or one of these bands that is always selling out arenas. You hopefully, if you're lucky, you have a lot of bands open for you that end up eclipsing your own success. Like they open for us, then you open for them. Then you call them up like, hey, what's up? Listen, you got any opening slots?
Yeah, hence us last summer with Creed, pretty much. Like they opened up for us, and I was like, Scott, it's kind of a little dry this summer. You think maybe Tom Tonic could come out and do a couple of bangers out there with you? Maybe
it just goes to show, if you're out there listening and you're in a band and you're trying to get your show at the 5 spot or whatever it is, and you're just calling friends and you feel so low and needy, and it never ends. I mean, better than we all do our own shows, but there's always I get my agent at WME he calls me up and says, hey man, do you know Johnny Resnick at the Goo Goo Dolls, or do you insert some band that can you give them a shout and try to get you guys to open. I'm like, I've got no shame. I lost any sense of shame when I used to fake like I was the Better Than Ezra, a PR guy. We didn't have a manager, so I was Mike Griggin.
What?
And I would call Stubbs and Austin and different clubs and say, there's a hot band from Baton Rouge and I'm their manager. And it never ends. So yes, the
hustle is real.
The hustle is real.
We got the King of New Orleans hanging out with us here. In the Hideout Academy Studio. Kevin Griffin and Emerson Hart. They are Ezra Ray Hart and doing the 90s hits and Christmas riffs. The supergroup going to be out at Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville, November 25th. It's the week of Thanksgiving. It's going to be a lot of fun out there. EzraRayHart.com if you want to get your tickets now for this 18 and over event. Taking a quick break. Coming back with Kevin and Emerson. Thanks to our friends at Brown's Diner. 33 minutes here in the noon hour, hanging with Kevin Griffin and Emerson Hart from Better Than Ezra and Tonic. They're going to have their buddy Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray with them when they hit up Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville, November 25th. And they're with us for less than half an hour. It flies by when you're having fun.
Man, it really does.
Our show brought to you by Brown's Diner. And I love how Emerson has been kind of explaining to Kevin all the great
I've never
things
been in Emerson's
about
like
Brown's
one of the
Diner.
biggest fans.
Well, I lived around the corner. I used to live on Linden. Okay, so I would walk there quite a bit. It was still, to this day, one of my favorite hamburgers in Nashville, Tennessee. It is a Nashville classic. I mean, because guys, let's face it, Rotier's is gone. Like all the great old places, they're gone. Still one of my favorite burgers, and I take my 5-year-old son there after school, just he and I. I love the French fries. We sit down, we have a delicious burger, and I teach him a little bit of history about his hometown.
I
mean,
love
come
that.
on, man.
Yes.
that is the most sincere, heartfelt.
Well, it's because I believe it. I love the city. It's my 25th
You know what
year.
that
I came
sounds
here
like?
for a reason, you know? I mean,
It
I
sounds
love
like to me
What?
is you deserve a free food card.
I do not. I am
with
happy
all
to pay.
with all the props you're given.
I am
You hear
happy
that,
to
Miss
pay.
Old Man Brown.
And they have
Not
music
on-
there, by the way. Great music sometimes. They set it up in the trolley car. And
Is
they have
there an
music
old
in
man
the corner.
Brown? He would just sit, old curmudgeon man.
He'd be like, Mr. Hart, I don't like you fixing and talking about me getting free food.
I don't like your politics and I don't like your music.
It's locally owned, and like you were saying, you know, if you want things to stick around, you got to support them.
You got to
You gotta
support
support
him.
'em,
I don't
man.
want anything free.
And
I'm
so
here to pay.
supporting, we believe in supporting local. You guys are actually locals.
Yeah,
we are.
we
Yeah,
are
I've been here
yokels.
since 2010.
I know.
And you've
Isn't
been
it?
here since 2000?
2000, yeah.
And we both moved from New Orleans to here, right? Or
No,
we're-
I moved from Los Angeles.
Well, I did too, but
Yeah.
we both lived in New Orleans.
We did live in New Orleans for a while. Yeah. We don't talk about
Good
those
time.
days, do we?
Can we play some more Tonic?
Yeah, yes. I've got. You wanted more queued up since you wanted more Tonic,
If you want.
which you can also get Tonic at Brown's Diner. But
Oh, there it is. There it is.
happy hour 3 to 5
And
p.m.
you can get poultices and tinctures.
You know, just a nice, I think sort of salves, bombs.
Salve bombs, ointments.
Dr.
salves.
Brown will make it okay.
Cure-alls. If you got gout, we've got your potion.
Grateful to have these guys here in the studio with me. They are so much fun. And just like, you know, you need to support Brown's Diner, go to shows. Go, you know, that's
Go
you
out.
want to be a good citizen of Music City. Support live music. Get out there. Buy a ticket to a show. Get there in time to see the opener. They might be your new favorite band.
They might be your favorite
They
band.
might be headline. The band you're seeing might be opening for them later on. So
We've got a kid who's blowing up opening for us. He's called Somber.
what? Yes,
I'm
straight face
kidding.
Kevin.
I'm
All right.
kidding.
You wanted more, you got it. It's Tonic on Lightning 100. Kevin Griffin and Emerson Hart from Better Than Ezra and Tonic. They are going to be hanging out with their buddy Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray, who is not here today, which means
He's in L.A.
yes,
We talk bad about him.
well, tell him. You know, Mark's not here, so what can you say since he's not here?
Emerson?
Unbelievable front man. I'll tell you that much. One of the great things about this project, Ezra Hart, is that just being on stage, all three of us, we all have different styles, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
everybody
Oh,
has
for
a
sure.
totally different style about how we front our bands. But Mark, man, when he gets out there, he is show business. He is literally show business.
He really is. You know, he's everybody knows him from Sugar Ray and those amazing songs. But he's like an old school entertainer.
Yeah, it's
you know, and he puts it. I mean, he leaves it on the stage. And what's kind of cool for us is when we're with Mark and we go do meet and greets before the shows and stuff. We know him just as our buddy, as a friend. he is a full-on celebrity.
Yeah.
You know, because Sugar Ray had success, and then he was, you know, a host on Extra. Then he was in movies like Sharknado and Joe Dirt.
And they did Big Brother.
And Big Brother. And so, so we get to it's kind of a nice ego check from me, too.
Yeah,
because I can tell people are excited. They're all looking at Mark, and I'm like, what about me? And they're like, yeah, Mark. And it's really awesome. But he gives it back. He's tireless, man. And that said, like when the show is over at the end of the night, like there's nothing left.
There's nothing. He leaves everything up on stage.
Yeah.
He brings nothing back.
It's a great show. We can't wait for people to come, you know, to Brooklyn Bowl and check it out. And the fun that you see us having on stage is real.
Oh yeah.
We're just laughing and we're just loving that to this. We were talking about it earlier. Like, you believe we get to do this job in getting buses and go all over the country and play and make people happy and smile? Because this is something that I dreamed about as a kid, like, you know. And then and what started me off was influencing. I got to bring it up. You know, Ace Frehley passed away from Kiss recently.
Yeah.
And now all this outpouring has come out, but he was one of the reasons I started playing music. But all that time, all that inspiration, that the fact that we get to still do it is really cool.
You know, this is the city of those dreams. I mean,
it truly is.
City of music.
Yeah.
The city of dreams.
Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee is more than it seems. Wow. That was just written off the top of my head, y'all.
Okay,
You know,
all right.
that's a kind of
there's
genius
no
you can
Suno, no
expect.
AI.
If you
that is real
record
talent.
it on cassette and mail it to yourself.
Dripping.
Does that count?
Yeah,
Write a word. But you guys are in the room. You know what they say in Nashville? Write a word, get a third.
All right,
That's
there we go. Kevin Griffin and Emerson Hart of Tonic. Now, Kevin, you've been in a lot of rooms writing songs.
I have. I've the first room I was in where I co-wrote with someone else was in 2001. I wrote a song for Meatloaf. My band, I was in LA.
How cool
I was
was
at
that?
Conway Studios, and in one studio, Justin Timberlake was making his debut solo. Ezra was in the B room when we were making the Closer with Extraordinary, and Meatloaf heard one of our songs. He was in Studio C, and he asked me to write a song with him, and I wrote a song called "Testify" with him. Then the same manager managed Blondie and Barry Gibb and Motley Crue, so I wrote with all them, and then I was like, wait. Like those songs came out, they didn't come out in the United States, but they were #1 in different territories around the country, the world. And I was like, whoa,
That's
songwriting
different.
for other people is
Okay.
where it's at.
There we go.
And I get to do it, and it keeps my songwriting fresh. It keeps me on the cutting edge or what's happening. You know, so I'm always listening to new music. I'm being exposed to it because I'm working with young bands, whether it's the Bins on Warner, or I get to work with Molly Tuttle and write songs with her, you know?
Yeah. And I heard Meatloaf was a really nice guy.
He was the sweetest dude.
Very sweet dude.
And he was a music fan. You know, I came in thinking he was going to be super, you know, weird. And then he was listening to North Mississippi All Stars.
What?
And he was like, I want to do a song like this, kind of cut time. And we wrote a song like that, man. And I was like, this is rad.
You ever told Luther or Cody that?
I never have.
Someone's got to tell those guys that.
Yeah. I
That's
shouldn't tell
awesome.
them too much because I think we kind of ripped off one of their songs.
Oh, no. Oh.
Everybody steps on everybody.
Everybody steps on everybody in Nashville.
Goodness gracious. Well, we're so grateful you stepped back into the studio. Welcome back. This is your hometown station, guys.
It is. It's our number one.
With Pilgrimage and everything we do, it's always me and you sitting here doing
what
stuff.
a great year at Pilgrimage. So it
was awesome.
I didn't get to go Saturday because my daughter was cheerleading, and I went to Starkville and watched her cheer at Mississippi State.
I love that she's cheering for the SEC.
We busted our butts to get back, and I got up. I set my alarm. I got up, and I caught every inch of Pilgrimage on Sunday.
And it was a perfect
perfect
weather.
weather.
That's a good T-shirt slogan. Every inch of Pilgrimage.
Boom! I
love
did
it.
it,
There
man.
it is.
Young the Giant was so good. John Mayer was so good. Sam Fender was just nuts.
You guys,
You were
you guys
great. Better Than Ezra was great.
It was
Ezra,
fun.
we had a charm show. It was because of Emerson getting up and singing with us as Kevin Martin from Candlebox.
Okay, and when that happened, you pulled off the most amazing activation I've ever seen when you had the CEO of Gibson come out and play lead guitar on the song. That was
it was
amazing.
Funny. Cesar is a buddy, and it's really cool when a company is owned by someone who's a real fan of the product.
It was obvious.
And that's not always. And he gets up, he plays these one of a kind
Those
guitars.
are cool looking guitars.
That he auctions off, and like this one just. He's Armenian, and he raised a bunch of money for an Armenian charity and stuff. And it was funny because I kind of wanted to play the solo on Far Behind, the Candlebox song, and then I listened to it and I was like, whoa, I don't feel like putting the time.
Hey.
And Cesar texted me right when I was doing. He goes, Hermano, I'd like to play the solo. I'm like, you got it.
Oh, you.
Knock yourself out.
He crushed it, man. It's really cool having Gibson be a sponsor and in our corner.
Grace Potter.
Grace,
Man, what
Grace
a set.
Grace just gets better and better,
Super
and there's
talented.
nobody cooler. Maggie Rose was amazing.
Yes.
It was nuts. Eddie 9-Volt, who was somebody I really dig.
Yeah, I just felt like every band that was playing was good, was worth seeing.
No
And
stinkers.
there wasn't a ton of overlap, which is nice because sometimes you're at a festival
We've
and it's
gotten
like
better at that.
You're like, oh man, I want to see this and that.
You start off like, let's just jam tons of artists, but then you end up seeing half of every artist's show, and then you don't have enough time. You pay a lot of money for these bands. The festival price a band gets is a lot more than what they would get to play, say, Brooklyn Bowl or. And so, but we realized, like, why are we paying this money and then getting them to play a shorter set than they normally do? So now we realize that fans would rather see less bands play a longer set and not have overlap, and we love it.
Yeah, it was good. And some of my all-time favorite memories in my life have happened at Pilgrimage Fest.
Dude, me too.
From seeing Steven Tyler, where it was like, is he going to do country music? What is this going to be? And he plays all the hits.
We paid for a solo Steven Tyler show, and we got a Aerosmith concert. He went over. He wouldn't stop. Everybody was like, "Go, go!" The only thing that was extravagant about Steven Tyler playing was we had to spend like $9,000 to fly in a white grand piano so he could play. What's the
Dream On?
I'm glad that wasn't my job to get it on the stage.
It was great.
No, we had to do that for Ben Folds at Live on the Green to get his piano out there.
Man, where's Ben? When is
going on
Ben
with him?
touring? When has Ben?
He's doing Ben things.
I mean, he's always
been
doing.
busy.
I mean, he's been busy.
There it is.
It's always TV. He's doing a lot of TV things. Ben Folds, when their first album came out, they opened for Better Than Ezra.
See, that's what
and
it is.
The first show that they ever, the first show was in Des Moines, Iowa.
When you do the book, that's a chapter.
Dude, it
All
was
right.
great. All the bands that open for us. That's it. All the bands that open for us.
EzraRayHart.com if you want to get tickets. Definitely don't want to miss this show. It's going to be so much fun. You got family in town for Thanksgiving week. Take them out to Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville. If you're heading out of town, but you're still in town on that Tuesday, get out to Brooklyn Bowl, Nashville. 8 o'clock show, and it's going to be the 90s hits from these bands, Christmas riffs, Ezra, Ray, Hart, the supergroup right in our backyard, 2/3 local. We love you guys.
We love you, buddy. Thank you, Dan.
Grateful for the time here and to be extra hungry for a cheeseburger now at Brown's Diner.
I'm going to go.
You can get out there at 2102 Blair Boulevard 7 days a week. Breakfast always on the menu now.